Boy, oh boy, up is down, right is wrong, black is white, and in the crazy, bizarro world that we currently find ourselves in, Marjorie Taylor Greene may have just become the good witch of Georgia's 14th district. In our massively momentous featured clip of the day, Representative Taylor Greene raises the stakes in her growing rivalry with the president who parties with pedophiles. Now, bright and early today, a sometimes nervous-looking Taylor Greene took to CNN for her first interview since her falling out with Donald Trump. Now, what's stunning about the interview is her candor and mostly her assertion that Israel may be pushing Trump to keep the files on Jeffrey Epstein covered up. Whew, she's tough and, dare I say, brave, and she's certainly standing with the victims, not the perps or their protectors in Congress. So, how much are we living in the bizarro world? Well, check out this MAGA mea culpa before we show you her devastating assertion from later on in the interview.
You posted on X that President Trump is, with his comments, fueling a, quote, hotbed of threats against you. Obviously, any threats to your safety are completely unacceptable. But we have seen these kinds of attacks or criticism from the president at other people. It's not new. And with respect, I haven't heard you speak out about it until it was directed at you.
Dana, I think that's fair criticism, and I would like to say humbly, I'm sorry for taking part in the toxic politics. It's very bad for our country, and it's been something I've thought about a lot, especially since Charlie Kirk was assassinated, is that I'm only responsible for myself and my own words and actions, and I am committed, and I've been working on this a lot lately, to put down the knives in politics. I really just want to see people be kind to one another, and we need to figure out a new path forward that is focused on the American people, because as Americans, no matter what side of the aisle we're on, we have far more in common than we have differences. Yeah. And we need to be able to respect each other with our disagreements.
Okay, as you are about to see, Taylor Greene was asked by CNN's Dana Bash about a social media post she had shared on Saturday in which she alleged that lobbying from the American Israel Public Affairs Committee, or AIPAC, was the reason Trump had attacked her, and openly questioned what country is putting so much pressure on him. Well, she's not the first MAGA to suggest it.
And I think the real answer is Jeffrey Epstein was working on behalf of intel services, probably not American. And we have every right to ask, on whose behalf was he working? How does a guy go from being a math teacher at the Dalton School in the late 70s with no college degree to having multiple airplanes, a private island, and the largest residential house in Manhattan?
Fair enough, I suppose. Okay, in our featured clip, let's watch Dana Bash and Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene go where so very few have ventured to go before.
Okay, so on that, I do want to ask you about something you posted just yesterday on X. You questioned who and what country is putting so much pressure on Trump to keep the Epstein files hidden. And you included a picture about donations from pro-Israel lobbying group AIPAC. What are you trying to say there?
Mm-hmm. Well, I think it's the question that many Americans are asking, especially when we saw information recently come out in these emails that the Oversight Committee that I serve on has released. And we saw Jeffrey Epstein with ties to Ehud Barak. We saw him making business deals with them, also business deals that involved the Israeli government, and seems to have led into their intel agencies. And I think the right question is to ask is, was Jeffrey Epstein working for Israel? And I'm proud to say I don't take money from AIPAC. I don't take money from any special group of people. I'm just representing my district and the American people. And so that's what I was referring to.
I just want to be clear. Are you saying Israel is pushing the president of the United States to cover up the Epstein files? And what evidence do you have that that is the case?
I simply just asked out loud, is there a foreign government? It could be any foreign government, but is a foreign government pushing to keep this covered up? Because people just don't understand the big fight against.
Well, you had
releasing these
AIPAC
files.
up there. It was pretty clear which government you were talking about.
That I'm questioning that government in particular and questioning any other foreign government.
She is tough, but watch out for the Israelis.
Those were some tough Jews.
Now, please like, subscribe, and share if you agree, as each day takes us farther and farther into the bizarro world. Well, all we can do is recognize the things we have in common, not our differences.
Jerry, George, Kramer. This is Kevin, Jean, and Feldman.